Hey, how about you, everybody? Welcome into the Corner Recruiting Show. I'm your host, Jeffrey Lee, Senior Recruiting Editor for AuburnSports.com. And dadgummit, today is September the 4th. It's on a Thursday for you. It is Wednesday evening, September the 3rd for us. Keep that in mind moving forward if we slip up with any todays, tomorrows, or yesterdays. Have a fantastic show for you today. The dead period is over. Visits can resume. Auburn's going to be having recruits on campus this weekend. We've already touched on several on Auburn Sports. We're going to have a more in-depth look and list at the guys coming in either later Thursday or on Friday, so stay tuned to that. We're going to talk a little bit about that today. We're going to answer some questions from the message boards. We're going to dish out some how about yous, and here to do it with me, as they always are 100% of the time when I look up and I see their faces, they're here. They're actually here. Mr. Cole Pinkston, Sir Alan Head. How about you, fellas?
How about you?
How about you, buddy? How we feeling tonight, man?
Man, you know, it feels good that recruiting's back. Like, y'all can have your football and stuff.
Yeah, Wednesday, it made a little comeback on Wednesday, and it felt good to see that.
He started seeing some visits pop up, and that's what we're going to talk about. But first, special news, man. We have a new sponsor for the Auburn Sports, the Corner Recruiting Show.
Yeah.
How about you? Oh, freaking Caleb Schofield from Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika there off of exit 62, I-85. Fantastic dealership, fantastic people. If you're in the Auburn Opelika area, you know about Glenn Smith. They've been around for I think serving the area for 33 years. Over 33 years, been serving East Alabama and West Georgia for sales, service, and parts. Inventory is fantastic with over 500 new and used vehicles on the ground and on the way. Loaded with over 200 brand new Chevy Silverados and GMC Sierra trucks, hundreds of pre-owned, ready-to-go cars. They are a fantastic organization. I know this because I know a lot of the guys that work there, a lot of the people that work there. I was fortunate enough to go to a Turkey for Tomorrow charity foundation with these guys. Fantastic group of people. They've do a lot for the community and serve a lot of the Auburn Opelika and have been doing so for a long time. We got a how about you special. You looking for a new GMC, new Chevrolet, new pickup? Give old Caleb Schofield a call, 334-531-0996. Tell him you want the how about you special. That's all you got to say. I want your how about you special.
And he'll light up about it.
He will. He'll hook you up.
Me and Emily worked with Caleb last year.
Did you?
Sure did, yeah. He was helping us out.
He's very knowledgeable about the market, interest rates, and all that. He's really good at what he does, man. We do not advertise for people and companies we do not believe in.
That's right.
Just don't ask him about Auburn's opponents next year. Somebody I know made the mistake of taking his information about Auburn's opponents next year.
That was your source?
Oh, yeah.
We were going to the Hunt Club, man. He's like, man, did you see Auburn's schedule next year? I said, no, man, what happened? Oh, man, Alabama, Dallas Cowboys, Pittsburgh Steelers, Florida, LSU. God dang, where'd you see that? I just took his word for it. And then 2 days later on the show, I'm going, hey, man, y'all see that freaking schedule for next year?
Unreal.
He knows a lot more about cars than he does 2026 scheduling. I promise you that. I will say this: it's apparently truck month, man. I was looking at their website. 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab, 2.9% APR for 72 months for well-qualified buyers when you finance with GM Financial. Fantastic. Let me tell you how much I think about these people. And listen, they're not always going to get this, but I appreciate them. But I've always been a Toyota guy.
Yeah,
always been a Toyota guy, and I'm ready to make the switch. So I'm going to be switching to get me one of them Silverados, big dog.
Wow.
Just as soon as I can. Maybe if I sell an extra sub or two today.
There you go.
I'll be able to get me a new pickup truck. Give him a call, man. Caleb Schofield. I can't remember the number exact. 334-531-0996. I got it right here, big dog. They got a dude there works there. I think he's the sales manager. His name is Michael Lee. No relation to me, but man, we think a lot alike. Like we're on the same page. He's a huge Auburn fan. Hates Alabama with everything he has. And then there's Bradley Henderson there. He's a huge Auburn fan. Hates everything about Georgia. It's crazy.
Mm.
They're gonna love me for saying that. They're both big Alabama and Georgia fans. All right, let's get on to Auburn recruiting. We talked about some of the guys. First of all, as far as we know, as of Wednesday night, there are 3 official visitors. There's 4-star quarterback Peyton Falzone is coming in. He's a Auburn quarterback commitment. Tight end commitment Kentrell White's coming in for an official visit. I thought the biggest news of the week so far is Chris Wells, the edge outside linebacker from Mississippi, from Petal, Mississippi, coming in for his official visit. And who's he bringing with him? None other than brother
Corey Wells.
Brother Corey. The Texas commitment and absolute. Would anybody argue if I said he was the top interior defensive line target on the board?
No.
Oh, yeah, he is for sure.
100%.
So big news getting Corey Wells on campus with his brother Chris, who they like as an edge buck in this defense. He's well, I guess we got to mention that Hezekiah Harris slipped to Tennessee.
That did happen.
It did.
We talked about why the last show we did. If it happened, we talked about why that would be, and yeah. I would say that is exactly why it happened.
They and that was that Tennessee, according to Hezekiah's camp, had a better short-term offer on the table, and Auburn's offer was more of a long-term play, and they wanted the short-term, and Auburn just didn't see the investment there, and are going to choose to use those means, funds elsewhere. So I'm curious to see what happens with the edge. We can talk about that right now. The edge, what's going on with the edge? No edge targets committed. And if you'll go back 6 months, dude, we were all just slobbering at the mouth at all these edges that were visiting. And, oh, man, Trent Henderson, Tank Jones, and Zion Ely, and blah, blah, blah. And now Auburn has 0.
Yeah.
Correct.
Tough position on the money side. It really is. People go crazy for edges. If you're an edge, you're at a premium, as Alan would say.
It is a premium position because no position on the field affects quarterback like an outside pass rush, right? It's just one of those spots where you have to pay up and you have to mark your guys early. I think with Rock transitioning from FAU, you got a late jump in the market somewhat. But I have faith in Rock Bellantoni to be able to find the player he wants in this class. And we can talk about some of those targets. I think Tank Jones is obviously one to continue to monitor. Zion Ely, yes, but I'm losing some steam on that one just because I think the NIL number is so high for Maryland. It would be hard for Auburn unless that situation falls apart there with their coaching staff.
They had a big win this weekend. I don't think it was a lesser opponent, but
still,
correct?
Yeah, it was, against
Florida.
FAU. Yeah. But won by 40-plus points, I believe. So, it helps the momentum in that situation. Then you get down to Trenton Henderson, who's firmly committed to LSU, so that one's going to be relatively difficult. And now we're talking about a guy who's on the board in Jordan Carter that makes a lot of sense to me. So I'm going to punt it to you guys on that.
Cole, you know about some Jordan Carter, even some history there. Auburn jumped out to a fairly large lead with him, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think there's probably an article somewhere where I think I had him on a who could be next to commit watch. And that was around the time of that the Big Cat weekend, the last one, really, not the one. We're not really counting the one this year.
Right.
The one that was in July when you had like Hezekiah Harris and Jermichael Garrett and Blake Woodby and all those guys commit. I think he was somebody we were watching then, if I'm not mistaken, as potentially, wanting to jump in the boat. And I don't know all the details of why it didn't work out, but it didn't. And yeah, there's one right there, firmly in the mix.
And that was back before Rock.
Yeah, that was Josh Aldridge. He was still the outside defensive end edge coach, and they had a pretty close relationship. But didn't work out for whatever reason. I don't know all the details on that. And his name, it just went quiet for a while. And I always we were talking about edges last week, and I'm kicking myself right now for not saying his name because it was on my mind. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But now, I always felt like it would make sense that his name would come back up.
fairly local kid. I mean, you're talking about West Georgia. If I'm not mistaken, this is Douglasville, which is, 2 skips and a holler from Woodland, Alabama. It's not far from Wadley, Randolph County. So you're fairly close to Auburn, probably closer to Auburn than any other SEC school there in Douglasville.
He's teammates, I believe, with Devin Carter, former Auburn commit.
Oh, there you go. Sure is.
Yeah.
So, anyways, this is a guy we're going to be keeping a little bit closer eye on for all you what's going on at edge people. Keep an eye on Jordan Carter, obviously Zion Ely, and Tank Jones, Chris Wells, Allen.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think those are all guys that you need to take into consideration. But Jordan Carter is just so interesting to me. Presently committed to Texas A&M. You're talking about a West Georgia kid. You talked about the proximity. And I want to kind of dovetail into something else, and I want to get y'all's opinion on this because this is something I've been thinking about for a while. And I want to give Tyler Siskey from McCready and Siskey, they do a fantastic podcast, but he put this into words of something I've been feeling for a minute. And they were talking about why it's important to recruit regionally. Like, yes, you have to go get the best players nationally that you can get, but why is it important to recruit regionally in this world? When you are so national and money is involved, when you go home and you're visiting with your family, and this is no offense to the kids from the DMV, right?
Sure.
But you don't hear about losing to Georgia when you're back home. You don't hear about losing to Alabama. These regional kids that are close to Auburn, there's pride when you beat Georgia. There's pride in beating Alabama, and that means something. And when you saw kind of a listless Alabama team playing against Florida State, I wonder how much pride was there in playing for that university? Does it mean the same to some of these kids from California that it means to the kid from Theodore, Alabama? So Jordan Carter's one to me. It makes a lot of sense for you to double back on a kid that's regional, that's, a very talented player, get him to play a little bit closer to home, and maybe you get that edge when Georgia comes to town or you're going into Athens. What do you think that game means to him?
Good stuff. Let's see. Laziah Jackson, the Stanford commit 4-star cornerback from Lee County in Leesburg, Georgia, is coming in for a visit. Auburn really wasn't in it with him when he made his decision, I believe, back in the summer.
Yeah, actually, I did a story on Laziah Jackson around the time he was offered by Auburn, which was like back in the winter, maybe January, February, something like that. And he seemed interested. He's never been to Auburn. He still hasn't to this point. Unless we missed him. I don't think we did. So this would be his first time going to Auburn. He was interested in, I think he talked to Coach Wesley McGriff, I think is who he talked to at the time, which is, he's listed as a safety. I think he's definitely a safety for Stanford, but corner makes sense here. He's tall. He's 6'3", could be a safety, could be a corner. I think maybe leaning more towards corner for Auburn, which maybe has his attention some. I'm not sure if that's, we'll find out more about him. I don't know enough about him yet, but I do know that the offer got his interest. That's why I talked to him back when I did. I wanted to get his opinion on that. So it's interesting to hear his name again.
No, I peeked his tape when I saw Chad's story today because typically speaking, if Swagmaster Chad Simmons is on him, I'm paying attention to it because Chad.
It's worth a look.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Chad gets the scoop for sure. So I want to give him some love. But Laziah Jackson is a kid that's got good length, good frame, can fill out some more versatile defensive back. He is somebody, I think, if you watch his tape, you do see him line up that field safety spot. He has lined up some at corner. Good speed. I wouldn't call him an absolute burner, but with that kind of length, being able to play press man should play to his advantage. So an interesting kid. One that said he committed to Stanford because of the combination of athletics and academics. So I understand that piece of it. The academic part, not necessarily the athletics, if you watch their last game against Hawaii. But anyway. But a kid
How about you, Khalil House?
Yeah, no doubt. But a kid that's talented, a kid that's in your backyard again. You're talking about a Georgia Atlanta kid. And so if you're looking to establish yourself, if you're Auburn, landing kids like this and keeping them from going to the West Coast, especially in a smaller defensive back class where you could use some versatility, right? it makes sense to me to take a guy that could play safety, could play corner, because then you're maximizing the potential space you have there. And then you load up the following cycle. I think we're going to have a question on this, like what positions are we looking at in the 27 class? DB is absolutely one of them in that class, but in this class, it's going to be smaller. So why not maximize the one spot you are going to take with a versatile piece that can play multiple positions?
This would be a monster win to get a guy like this, because when I first heard his name, I knew he was pretty much widely regarded as a safety, and I thought, man, I just don't know where the budget is for that. With you've just gotten Braylon Womack.
Mm-hmm.
If he's a corner, and we've talked about Auburn getting like one corner in this class, that would be a big time get. And he's a player, and he got the length, like you said. He's got that. He's got the ability to play corner on the next level. And I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm going to. Stanford gets on my nerves. Really, like, they don't even have to be good. They're gonna get the guys they get, no matter what their record is. That annoys me.
It does. And to Stanford's credit, look, they have a unique pitch that not a lot of teams can sell, right? When you're getting an Ivy League education and you're still getting to play Power 4 football, it's a unique pitch. But again, I think if you're Auburn, you've got to be able to sell your opportunities. And depending on what his major is, if he wants to be an engineer and you want to play an elite level of football, and I think you can do that at Auburn. So it's going to be a difficult flip. You've also got other schools in the mix for him: Alabama, Florida State, Georgia, also in play as well. And I think they were finalists for him before he committed to Stanford. But he's going to be in Auburn this weekend, and in Auburn for a game against Ball State. So what does that tell you? Good. If they're willing to bring him in for this kind of a weekend, he's a kid they want to give some attention to, right? Those coaches know this is going to be a blowout, and they know they're going to have a little bit of extra time. No offense, Ball State, from the Mighty Mac. I hear you, all right?
And it's going to be a great crowd, season opener, night game. It's going to be a great atmosphere, even though it's Ball State. It's about as good as you can get. These are typically your 11 o'clock kickoffs, the JP game.
Correct. But you get a night game for this one, which is unique.
With all the fancy new things going on. And
the lights. Yeah, I forgot about Maybe we can get Jeffrey to DJ in the stands. What do you think?
I'm going to go swag serve. Yeah,
it's gonna be good.
This is Auburn Sports Day right here.
I saw that.
Okay.
Oh,
I want to go on the record. It says, Auburn Sports.
We'll see you. We'll see you Saturday.
Yeah, I gotta find them. I've got a new hat somewhere. I don't know what to do with them. All right, let's get to some questions from the message board. Let's see what the folks want to hear us talk about. And then Wire Road 69.
Ooh, I like that.
Ooh, Wire Road, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a new one for me.
Sometimes when I'm coming into Auburn, I usually take the Buc-ee's exit now.
Okay.
But there's just something about taking Wire Road and just easing down that road on game day, especially. I don't know what it is. It just feels nice.
Buddy,
that's a good exit.
Yeah, I used to live in Conway Acres, so that was my exit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice now. They've got a roundabout there. They got a nice soccer complex there to the left if you're coming in from Buc-ee's. And if you go right to Auburn, you go left, they got a beautiful soccer complex. It's enormous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Absolutely will get a ticket there.
Absolutely. You're going to park and walk 1.5 miles to your son's games on the other side of the county.
Yep.
That's how big that place is. All right. Ooh. If Auburn were to win at least 9 games this season, something that absolutely is in play right now, give us a bold prediction of one offensive and one defensive player that you see us flipping and landing in this class. Auburn goes 9-3.
Okay.
Bold prediction. Bold.
Would Corey Wales be bold for you? Flipping him from Texas?
Yeah.
I'm going to go way bolder.
Okay. Go way bolder.
Jira Edwards.
Ooh. Yeah, that's bold, but I think that's
I missed the mute button. My bad.
No, you're good, man.
I'm with Cole on that. I think Jira Edwards is.
Yeah. I mean,
if anybody's influenced by not looking good on the field, to me, it feels like he's going to be maybe.
You got a lot of things working for you there. You got Alabama not looking great. A lot of chatter nationally about coaching change.
That'll change. That'll change.
I hear you, Cole.
Well, I think it will change because I think Alabama's going to win some games. But if you looked at their schedule, Cole,
Well, I think it'll change because I believe that bullying works. And they're the butt of every joke right now.
They are that. They're liable to come out and play.
If you get that team motivated, the star talent and star power they have, they'll be fine.
I don't know, man. I think it's easier said than done to flip a switch like that. Either you're mean or you're not.
It is. It is that. But in the case that it does go south, that's a guy I would watch.
No, I agree. And I don't think it has to go completely south for that to happen. Because if you look at Alabama's schedule, they got to play Tennessee. They got to go to Georgia. They got to go to Auburn. They've got, Oklahoma coming to their place, much improved team. Missouri.
Vanderbilt.
Hey, dude, don't joke. Don't joke.
I know.
So
it's not a cakewalk at all for Alabama, and they could easily find themselves 9-3, 8-4.
As far as offensive players, would you be as bold as to say like Ian Joe?
That's really bold. I think
that's bold. That's like Cowboy Kelfie bold.
Deron Parks, is that bold?
No, I hear you.
I think it's boldish because you have to account for the fact that Florida State is probably going to be more difficult than some people anticipated.
I agree.
Yeah, if they continue on their trajectory, how does that change things?
Sure. Jay Lamar is bold, right?
There you go. That's
Jay
it.
Lamar would be bold.
That's the one.
That's it.
And to me, I can see the need for Auburn. I can see that being a position that you're willing to allocate a ton of resources to, even though I know what Hughes' offense is. Having a player that's that level of dynamic in your backfield, that's a separator for you. So that would be probably my bold pick if you get above 9-3, and are there extra resources there that might not have been before for you to sweeten the pot a little bit?
I always thought that running back, like what the money that they might spend on a Jay Lamar could be dependent on what the running back room looks like.
Yes.
This season. And so far, Damari Austin and Jeremiah Cobb are handling business. So
my question more is not this year, but with Damari moving on, what does it look like next year?
True.
And do you have – I think they feel really good about Omar.
Sure.
But what did they think about the other two beyond that?
Alvin and Darrell.
Yeah. What do they think? And do you think you need a third one? And I think you do. I think you got to have three backs to get through an SEC season.
I think Jay Lamar would instantly – I think Jay Lamar's a better football player than Alvin. I think he's a better running back than Alvin. I don't know about Omar.
They're totally different. I'll tell you that.
Jay Lamar is elite in my opinion. He's an elite back.
I think he is too.
I don't think Alvin's elite. I think he's a great back. I think he could be really good at Auburn. I just don't see him being first team all SEC, or I think Jay Lamar could be that dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, even though Damari and Jeremiah Cobb have been solid, they had a great first outing. I think his talent level's just you're looking at something a little bit different there.
Yeah, that Auburn hasn't had probably. Man, I think he's better than Jarquez. I think it's you're looking at a Tank Bigsby.
Yeah, it's probably in that level,
that class. Yeah.
No, Tank's kind of my comp for him a little bit, but I think he's got better speed than Tank. If I'm being honest with you, better breakaway speed.
I wouldn't argue with that.
I think Tank's got better power. At the same stage, but tip your hat to Jay. And look, again, you're right about Alvin. I think he can be good, but is it just me or does Alvin, not Jalvin? Does Alvin kind of remind you of Roydell Williams some, right? Like a kid that's going to be good, but is he going to be elite, right?
Right. Yeah, you could win with him. I just don't know that he's going to win some games for you.
Yeah.
Well, you got to have at least three that can play at a time. The days of riding one guy are over, I think.
Yeah. And I don't even think that's Hughes' style anyway. I think he wants to roll backs through.
Yeah.
And we know Auburn loves Jay Lamar. we've been saying that he was top back going back to early spring.
Yeah.
They loved Usman Chroma, and
Yep.
it was like so close. And
Yep.
it's like, we know what had to happen. Obviously, Florida State made it happen.
Yep.
Yes,
And
they
he was
did.
going to Georgia.
That's not easy to do. Speaking
No.
of Leesburg, was Usman not from Lee County?
Yeah, they were teammates.
So Lozaya was?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, book out. Let's go to Lozaya. We talked about this earlier. Real quick, fellas, what's y'all's opinion on, and I'm going to do my best to find out kind of what Auburn is recruiting him as, but a guy who could play, is he a Braylon Womack, who's versatile, or is he pigeonholed as a corner? Are we talking Monte Pitts here?
I think he's a corner predominantly for Auburn right now. Does he have the versatility to play in the back end? He does.
Yeah.
So maybe if you're looking for bucket of player, who was the kid from St. Simons Island that turned pro for Auburn a couple years ago?
Jalen
Simpson.
Jalen Simpson. Probably think that bucket of player for him, I would think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll take some of them. Cole Burks, 22. Seems like a lot of these new names are popping up to lock in visits. Does this change your prediction on Auburn having a small class? We kind of told everybody this, man. Be on the lookout for new names. When the season starts, these guys that are kind of been on fringe, they're watching their first week's tapes. They're watching their second week's tapes. And you're going to see some new offers go out, and you're going to see some new names pop up. I don't know that it moves the needle, at least for me, as far as like getting above 20. Not yet. I'm not there. I think Cole you're almost there, right, Cole? Or you might even be.
I'm over 20.
Okay.
I think it's going to be over 20.
And every time they say, a small class, expect a small, it somehow grows. But as of right now,
it will, because, I'm not saying it will, but it can.
You're at 12 right now.
The returns on guys, they kind of have an idea where they stand on the roster now that they've gone through fall camp, spring practice. They kind of know about everybody, or at least they think they do.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. They've got 12, but one of them's a long snapper. So they've got 11 guys right now. You could get 8 more and be at 19.
Right. And that's kind of where I'm at with you on that one, Jeffrey. Are they going to get more than 9 guys down the stretch?
And that's assuming they keep everybody they've got right now.
That is assuming they keep everybody. And Cole, you're right too, because that's the piece that I was waiting to get information back on, is coming out of fall camp. How do they feel about some of these freshmen or some of these other returning players? And do they think they need somebody else at that spot? And are they willing to gamble on a freshman coming in this class, right? A high school kid, or do they want to reserve that for the portal? And so that's a fluctuating piece right now. I'm trying to pin that down. I'm still with Jeffrey that I think I'm at 20, right? Like 20 is my max number. But give me till middle of the year, and I may be over with you.
Yeah, I hear you. Wiggle, wiggle, WDE. Go ahead, Cole.
I was going to say that the when you're in this world, when your roster can go haywire in any minute in the transfer portal, if you get out in front of it and start making some business decisions on guys, then you can start allocating your funds to the guys you want to keep. And this is why Auburn's been really good at retaining. So I think when they start doing that, they'll have an idea of their number they want to go for.
I think you're right on that too.
Give me the 2 interior D linemen that are must-have. I like this one. Must-have interior D linemen. Can't miss in this class, fellas. I think we would have said Ernest Rankins was probably on there at one point.
Yeah, I don't know that I feel that way about Ernest anymore.
Me neither. So as we stand now, are we at Corey Wells, Caleb Morris? Are we at Tico Crittenton anyway? Who also is visiting, and we didn't mention him earlier, Florida State commitment. I still think he's like tier 2 guy.
Yeah, I'm not sure on him yet. I don't know. Probably is.
But can you not miss on Caleb Morris? Like, you got to have Caleb Morris, right?
I think at this point, yes.
Cole, were you blown? You weren't really blown away by him, right?
No, I think he's got a ton of potential. I think he's already, it's tough because he played nose in that game. They were going against a predominantly running team. They had 2 D1 offensive linemen on their offensive line, so it's hard to get a good read. Now he got stronger as the game went on. I will give him credit on that. But this guy's, he's going to be more of your 5 technique or a 3 technique, where he's has some pass rush ability. I didn't get to see that, so it's hard to say. As far as frame goes, yeah, that's what you're looking for.
I mean, is Caleb Morris in the can't miss bucket from the standpoint of like absolute skill set right now? I don't think so. It's an upside play with him. I think can't miss for like the position you've got to have in this class, in my opinion, is a nose guard. You got to get a nose. You need one of those. You're losing what, 3 guys?
Is that Corey?
That's Corey.
Yeah, Corey can do that.
That's Corey, because Corey can play 0. He can also play 3. He gives you a little bit of versatility at that spot. But he's a plugger regardless, right?
Yeah.
So he's somebody, to me, that's the one can't miss you have to have. And then I think Caleb Morris, his upside is better than some of the other guys like a Tico Crittenton. And I'm not saying that Tico's a bad player by any means. To me, he's a really nice floor piece. And I think somebody that could develop within your program that's going to be somebody that, you could play him behind some of the guys you took last year, right? And he's going to blend and mix in with them nicely. But does he have an elite upside, like NFL upside? No, I mean, I think his top upside is really good college player.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. And I think with Caleb Morris, from what I've seen frame-wise, skill set-wise, I think his upside is NFL. So to me, that makes him a little bit better value. But I could be wrong, right? Like, I mean, you're talking about a heavy evaluation on both these guys, either which way you slice it.
Xavier Tiller, D-Rake wants to know, Xavier Tiller or Caden Johnson? Who do you prefer personally? Who do y'all think Auburn prefers? And it's almost like different day, different name, different preference. It's been so – Auburn could have had Xavier Tiller 6 months ago.
I'm kind of out on Xavier Tiller, I'm going to be honest. Caden Johnson hasn't played tight end, but he's interesting to me from an athlete standpoint. I mean, I think he's extremely athletic, a kid that's playing quarterback for his high school team right now. His dad being who he is, you think about his body type, Caden looks like he could grow and put on an additional 30-plus pounds, which makes him even more intriguing to me as a potential inline option should he be able to learn to block.
Yeah.
So I probably am higher there, but I mean, again, it's a projection. There's no sure thing with either one of those two, in my opinion. Cole, you may differ, and so I would love to hear your thoughts.
No, it's Johnson for me. I don't have a problem with Tiller, but Johnson, he's got the definitely higher athletic upside. But I'll tell you this, after watching the way that Auburn is going to utilize their tight ends moving forward, and I think at this point you could say Auburn's offense has got the pieces it wants, so they're really not holding back anymore, I don't think.
No.
You better get a tight end that knows how to block and comes in knowing what to do on that, not somebody you have to develop in that area.
In my mock class that I put out, Cole, that was the first thing I put was Caden Johnson was who I projected, but it is essential for you to get a veteran inline tight end from the portal because you've got to have it. I mean, I think Ryan G is going to be that guy in time.
Right.
But you don't want to – he doesn't need to be the guy you're rolling out there next year. Right. So taking a kid like Caden Johnson is okay. I think you can develop him into that. But you better be able to bring in a veteran from the portal that can move somebody at the line of scrimmage, because I thought that's the one thing that Tate Johnson and Brandon Frazier both were able to do. Yes. They moved guys at the line of scrimmage.
So did Preston Howard.
Yeah. I mean, for his size, I was impressed with how scrappy he was out there, man. I want to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Tight ends are easier for me to watch than the offensive line because there's only one or two of them at a time. Mm-hmm. And I like to watch the tight end. I appreciate a good blocking tight end. I appreciate Tate Johnson out there.
Game changer.
I love it. I'm a big fan. I always was a big fan of the fullback. The fullback.
And, like the Chandler Cox and what was the other guy? Prosh. Jay Prosh.
Oh, dude, he used to just destroy people at the point of attack.
Brandon Johnson, Tony Richardson.
That style's kind of – that style's not really big anymore.
Jake Slaughter.
Where you had the 1H back, the sniffer, they call it.
Mm-hmm.
That was big. Now, Baylor does it. That's what they did a lot with Michael Trigg. They didn't do it at Auburn. They did it last year.
Good fullback running through the hole and just locking up a middle linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Sealing him. Yeah, I love it. It's good.
Are y'all? I don't know if either Tiller or Johnson is like. I don't look at them and go, "Now he's going to be able to handle that."
I don't think either of them are built that way. But I will be honest, I didn't think Brandon Frazier was built that way either. And that's kind of my projection for Caden Johnson, right? Is can he follow the Brandon Frazier route? Somebody you think's more of a receiving tight end, but you can develop him into an inline piece. And I think that's kind of where he's at.
The question then becomes, do you have enough time? Like, look how long it took Frazier to get
Oh, I know.
17 years.
Yeah.
Hey, that's Dr. Frazier to you, okay?
Yeah, right.
It's been 17 years. Jake Wilson, Falzone, Peyton Falzone. He's coming in for an OV. The quarterback commitment seems to be off to a good start. He absolutely has, based on stats, with no idea of quality of competition. Do y'all think he sticks at quarterback at Auburn?
Man, I don't care about quality of competition. I could watch him run on air and know that dude is a little bit different.
Yeah. Well, he's a tri-sport athlete, right? Like multi-sport. He's a competitive hurdler, I think, for his high school team, and bona fide track athlete with, is it a 10-9 or 11 flat 100-meter dash?
He's under 11, I believe.
Yeah, I think he's under 11. He's also a competitive swimmer. But when you watch his highlights, man, especially the ones that he just had from his senior year, I thought he had some improved throwing mechanics.
Yeah.
He was transitioning his weight, which was a big issue for him. It was either back foot, front foot. He was all over the place if you watch his junior tape. So I thought that was improved some. But I'm with you, special athlete. And so I don't know. I don't know what he's going to be, but I'm interested, and I think it's a really good pickup by them. He's got a plus on. It's not like the kid can't throw.
I'm at quarterback right now, and I checked on this on Wednesday, and I was told Auburn is very excited about this kid and his upside.
Heck yeah.
That was a phenomenal young man, phenomenal family, very smart, very bright, great football IQ, and his upside is through the roof. I think he would absolutely have to flop at quarterback for them to make a move, and I don't know that he would. He'd probably transfer out. So yeah, man, I'm at quarterback here at Auburn.
Okay.
When you look at the way Peyton Thorne operated this offense as compared to what you saw from Jackson Arnold against Baylor, you look at Falzone and go, that's a fit.
Big time.
That's a fit.
Right.
You can make that work. You can work through some of those mechanical issues to where he's an RPO fit. He's a QB design run fit all day.
Well, and he's a kid. You got time. You just talked about having time to develop a player. You've got time to develop him.
Yeah, you do.
You've got time. So it's a great pickup. And again, you're right, Jeffrey. His ceiling is through the absolute roof. If he's what you think he can be. You talked about you like Bo Pribula, the quarterback that's playing for Missouri right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's that kid on steroids.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
God, what's that guy's name?
Bo Pribula.
Pribula, yes. Yes. And the poor kid who went in for one snap. He was going to start the second half because they were still battling for the quarterback position, right?
Yeah, dude. He came through there looking like John Rambo and then just got bowed up, man.
Did he break his leg?
I don't know, man, but it's what it looked like.
But the Cuz went off for like 350 yards passing. Like it was over before the end of the first quarter. The quarterback competition was over. They were like, yeah, just throw him in there and let him run.
That poor kid came through there like Forrest Gump, man. You know what I mean? And did not have the blocking. Yeah.
Your mom's favorite toy. Let's see here. If Auburn decides to add Jacquez Wilkes as an edge in this class, are there any new linebackers to keep an eye on besides Tootle? As it stands now, we've talked about the possibility.
Yeah.
Alan, you've talked about Jacquez Wilkes potentially moving down the edge if needed, and then maybe adding another linebacker. Now with this, Chris Wells coming into play, Jordan Carter coming back into play. Maybe Tank Jones is still on the table. Obviously, Zion Ely is still on the table. Do you think that would only be after he got to campus, like a J.J. Falk type move?
Yes, because I checked on this and I was told Wilkes is a linebacker. They really like him at that spot. And I'll be honest, I didn't hear the same definitive things about J.J. Falk. Like I heard, yeah, he's a linebacker. But when I asked about Wilkes, it was, yeah, dude, he's a linebacker. And why are you asking? You know what I mean?
Really?
Like that was kind of the
Good to know.
response I got.
As Cole would say, that tracks after what we've all heard on Wednesday as far as the edge targets and what kind of avenue they're taking now that Hezekiah Harris is at Tennessee.
Right. And again, his body could change, right? Like, I mean, we're not putting it beyond the fact that this kid could grow easily into a stand-up buck outside linebacker and be 250 plus. But right now, and I think his high school tape reflects that, right? That he just went off of 10 tackles in a game and rushed for another 100. I mean, he's a fantastic athlete, but somebody they think can play that Mike linebacker position in Auburn's defense.
I think real quick, Xavier Atkins changes my perspective on this.
Oh yeah,
because we've always looked at the portal as patchwork, right?
Yeah.
Or like a Singleton, somebody that's totally proven. Atkins was not proven. Atkins did not play at LSU really at all. Maybe snap here and there.
Mm-hmm.
He's really a freshman when you look at it.
Yeah,
he's getting the most snaps right now of any of the Auburn linebackers, including DeMarcus Riddick. Right in the first game. I mean, remember when we heard his name, it was like, okay, this is like Durkin decided this is the guy, and
yeah.
So there's guys out there that they probably evaluated and went, well, we might want to hold out for that guy, see if we can get that guy.
And you bring up an interesting point, Cole, and it's one that the thing about Atkins, and I think this caught all of our attention, that was a kid that DJ Durkin prioritized out of high school. Okay. Yeah. So he had a really good grip on what he thought that kid was going to be. And I think the longer this staff stays together, the more players they're going to be bounce backs like that you're going to probably run across. Yeah. When you got a new staff, they're coming in. I mean, you see them maybe grabbing at guys like that. You're like, oh, dude, I don't know, man. Like, do we really need to be taking hand-me-downs from Alabama? If they couldn't get on the field for them, why are we taking them? Yeah. But that kid's a little bit different, right? And I think that's going to be more the norm moving forward. When you see Auburn pursue a kid like that in the portal, it's because he's a bounce-back guy that they had really good information on as a high school prospect, and they're trusting their eval there.
Yeah. Ruby Sips, Auburn signed 6 more prospects, all rated 4-star or higher, if Auburn were to. Who would the 6 be?
Ooh, 6 more prospects, all 4-star or higher.
Corey Wells. I believe Corey Wells is a 4-star.
He is. Corey's a 4-star.
Is
Parks is a 4-star.
Parks.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 2.
Lamar, I guess, maybe.
Maybe.
A long shot, but
yeah, I mean, you could put him and Carson Baker in the same bucket, right? Like, they're probably going to try to take a 4-star running back if they can get one.
Jordan Carter.
What about the receiver from Florida? Have we heard anything more? Is he still
Wortham?
Is he still coming in for Ball State?
Maybe.
Did he plan that?
I think they had discussed that with him, right? Or maybe they had discussed. Maybe I'm getting that confused. Caden Johnson's coming in for Ball State for an unofficial visit.
That's who it was. Yeah, it was Caden Johnson.
And then Wortham is going to come in for an OV, but he hasn't said it yet.
Caden Johnson's a 4-star, technically.
Yeah.
Yes, by rival standards, he is a 4-star.
Laziah Jackson, if they get into that.
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
There you go. That's 6.
I mean, we can probably circle the positions better than we can circle. Like, this is almost where my confidence is, and it's probably a little faulty, right? And maybe I'm even doing some wish casting. But I honestly believe they're going to land a blue chip edge. I believe they're going to land a blue chip defensive tackle. They're going to land another blue chip offensive lineman, a blue chip corner, and a blue chip running back. Like, before it's all said and done, that is my belief that the positions where they're going to get an impact guy.
There you go.
Yeah.
I was trying to think if there's Tank Jones. I would probably throw him in the mix.
Yeah, in that edge bucket, right? Like, we don't know who it's going to be just yet, but I do have confidence that Rock Bellantoni is going to fish a blue chip out.
Yeah.
I think of Rock Bellantoni every time I see Ruben Bain.
Oh, I know, dude. I was watching him the other night, and that was Rock's guy. And he was – do you remember how the industry was so split on him that there were people that were saying that he couldn't play edge? that he's going to be an interior defensive lineman. And I can I can remember Rock saying, "No, that kid's an edge, and he's going to be good."
He called that one.
He's on. He's like top 10 Heisman finalist odds.
He's that good.
Yes, he is.
JMJ double ought 16. I know it was just one game. Did the win move the needle at all with any flip candidates that you were hearing?
It certainly didn't hurt.
Right. I don't think it's like, from E to F.
No.
I'd say if the needle's moving for anyone, I don't know if it's because of the win, but I think it may be moving for Corey Wells.
I think it's a very good sign that he's coming in with his brother.
Which
I agree.
In a way, is like a second official visit. I think somebody on the board said that because your brother's taking one and you get to be a part of that. So,
yeah, this is the second for both, basically, because Chris was with Corey.
Yeah, yeah.
And big, how about you to Alan Head? Alan Head's been preaching Corey Wells for I don't know how long.
Yes, you have. Good call. And it's not over, but yes, it looks.
Alan has been saying Corey Wells is more in play than anybody else was giving Auburn credit for.
Absolutely.
And when you got a kid committed to Texas, that's tough to do, to flip him.
Very tough. But I think, when you get some help, some good help, it helps you, let you know where resources are going to be, right?
Yeah.
And then the second piece
Ain't no shame in that game.
No. The second part of it is, or B, make sure we put that in there for the people that love to, the Alanisms.
Number one, and then B.
B, yes. You see how many interior defensive linemen Texas has committed.
Yeah.
And are they going to be able to look? I know Texas is a big boy school, right? And they've got lots of oil money. They got parking lots full of Lamborghinis, right? They got all the stuff, all the bells and whistles.
They don't talk NIL, man. They don't talk money.
They don't talk money.
Yeah.
No.
They let the money do the talking. That's what it is.
But to me, that was always going to be the situation where Auburn was going to go Florida last year for TJ Dice. They were going to make that a priority.
Okay, great analogy, comparison.
Yeah.
Whatever.
They were going to load up on that one.
Money will not be an issue for Corey Wells.
I don't believe so, no.
Okay. River Otter. What are the odds Gunner River actually ends up at Auburn? Our boy Caleb Jones went down to Fairhope, I believe, and watched Gunner Rivers, a 2027 quarterback from St. Michael's Catholic.
Down in Fairhope, yeah.
He doesn't say a lot, and his dad doesn't like him to say a lot. So it's really tough for anybody to give a good read on that kid and what he's going to do, River Otter. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
That's going to be a fun thing to track, though. Auburn's 27 recruiting for quarterback because there's a lot of options.
Yeah, in the States,
in this area, yeah.
I mean,
you got Derek Baker over there, who looked really good in his debut and has continued to look good. What school is he at? Milton,
and I know the staff loves him. He's probably, you talk about the 3 in-state options, right? But Derek Baker's right there with those of regionally kids that they just absolutely love.
Is he a runner?
Yeah.
He's a pure duel.
He's a head buster.
Mm-hmm.
Milton quarterback. 6 foot, 6'1", 225. Damn, he's pretty thick.
Yes,
he'll run you over too. I love his game.
Watch his clips.
Okay.
And he was behind Luke Nichols, so you're not talking about a kid that's gotten a ton of reps to this point. So he's still got some rawness to him, but a big arm, physical runner. You're right, Cole. He's a guy you could run QB power with, and it's not that's not an issue.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to go watch him. That sounds like a guy I might enjoy watching. What, man? Y'all left me hanging there, big dog.
Yeah, we did, man. Me and Cole should have just kept on talking.
I was waiting for you
I was like, somebody jump in here, man.
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to hit the cough button again.
The timely cough button.
The one time I really needed it for not coughing. All All right. How about you, man? I thought we had a fantastic week. It makes it a lot easier when you get some wins, right?
Oh,
Just
yeah.
the attitude, the atmosphere is so much better. The vibes, man.
It changed the trajectory of my week.
Absolutely, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how nice has it been? The Friday night game, Alabama loses Saturday, dude. It's been a joy to get on the message boards this week.
Soak it in. You just don't know if you're going to get
Listen to
another
T-Bob A-Bear.
T-Bob A-Bear.
Yeah.
Great day in the morning, dude. I want to drink a damn bottle of whiskey with him.
You talking about going in dry, man. Woo-wee.
His name is T-Bob. Of course you do.
I covered his recruitment. I probably still got his number from high school. I got a phone full of
Did
16,
you really cover
17.
his recruitment?
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Nice.
Absolutely. So it wasn't his dad something with was it LSU?
Yeah. Yeah, he's an LSU kid.
Yeah, he played center there, right?
He did.
T-Bob A-Bear. Was that Josh A-Bear's son?
I honestly don't know.
Josh.
I am not familiar.
Remember, he was with the Saints. The Saints quarterback, Josh A-Bear. Saints.
There was an A-Bear that played for Auburn too, right?
What was his name? Was that not it? Josh. What was E-Bear? Ebert, the New Orleans Saints quarterback.
I don't know, man.
Come on now. You're old enough to remember this guy.
There's Chris Everett.
Bobby A-Bear.
Bobby A-Bear. Okay.
You remember Bobby A-Bear?
Not really.
God, that ain't for real. The Cajun Cannon.
No, dude. I'm out on that one. I'm out.
He played for the Saints from 85 to 92.
Okay. I mean,
Bobby freaking A-Bear, man.
I was born in 82. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let me see if
I mean, I just dox myself on here, but that's okay.
let me see if T-Bob is his boy.
There was a Josh A-Bear that played for Auburn in 2004.
Yeah?
He was a DB.
Maybe it was a brother.
I'm going to have to find out about Bobby A-Bear.
From Houston, Texas.
Boy. Ciao. I don't know. I have to look that up. All right. So how about you, man? Let's get to them.
Yeah.
I got several because it's really been, like you said, it's been a good one.
Okay.
Go ahead, Cole.
Go first. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
This one, I got one from the bunker.
Okay.
Dob da Bomb.
Oh,
D-O-B-D-A bomb. That's all one word.
Mm-hmm.
There was a thread on the bunker. Anyone else kind of feel sorry for Kalen DeBoer? And he said no. He had it made and he chose to sign with the devil. I don't feel bad for him. It's funny.
Consequences.
Yes. Bettis.
Yeah.
Which every time I read his name, I think of Jerome Bettis.
Jerome. Played with Bobby A-Bear.
In BMAT's story thread on the board, Old Heads Making Big Contributions, he posted a picture that said the unction. The family unction. Oh, very funny. Very funny. Smitty J is back on my list.
Okay.
Can't go wrong with the Smitty.
Make that times 2.
Okay.
He said what I was thinking. He said it out loud. How in the world is anybody still falling for the wheel route? How? That Gus threw the wheel route on Alabama, and it was like a 50-yard play. So good call there. And then T. Phillips.
Was there a hyphen in that?
No, it's just okay. T. Phillips 1007. So 1007. He's helping me out.
Okay.
Helping me out. We'll leave it at that. And then Nola Tiger.
I believe there are spaces in between, right?
There's space in between every letter. Words of encouragement from him.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Is that what you got?
That's it.
How about you, Alan Head?
North Georgia Tiger for me.
North GA, right?
Yes.
Or is it North Georgia?
No, it's North GA.
Very good post.
North GA Tiger.
I agree. Great poster. And then I'm going to give Rice TP one. He had me. He had a line earlier today. So this is the rare me giving Rice some credit here. But he had me rolling. And if I can find it, I'll share it with everybody.
Please do. Nothing like I would enjoy more than after hours rice DP post.
Homeboy is on the clock, is he not?
I mean, listen, this guy will go down in infamy. Let's be honest here.
Of course.
But it's crazy. And Rice, I love Rice. I really do. He every board needs a Rice, and I think Rice needs every board. But he really is like 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, and dude, you won't see him again until Monday.
Hey, you know what? And I respect it because he explained one time when he's like, "Look, dude, when I get home, I'm with my wife and my kids. I'm not doing Auburn. I'm not doing anything else.
That's awesome.
I'm with them. You know what I mean?" And I was like, "You know what? Mad respect, bro. Even though you cheating the government dime,
I'm okay with that.
Hey, by all means, dude."
Let's see. I've got. How about you to your mom? I got you. How about you to War Eagle 2526? Man, these two cats just keep finding their way on my board. How about you to Be Rad is Rad?
Mm-hmm.
And how about you to freaking Uncle Baby Billy?
Dude, I will be honest with you. Uncle Baby Billy has torn me up.
Is he new?
No, dude.
See, I think he is one of those reincarnation people that had a username that was big time, and now they've changed it.
He used to be Captain America, and then you know what I mean?
Really?
Yes.
I don't think I liked Captain America, did I?
No,
I mean,
Can USA is who we had an issue with, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Uncle Baby Billy, he said Jay Lee was talking about he was bullshitting with the bidet. He doesn't even wipe.
That's the one dude that got me, and I was like, bro.
He's pretty funny.
How does he know, man? Let it ride, big dog. Just let it ride.
But yeah, he's been a couple of different names, but he's a good poster, man. He's
only
funny.
itch for a little while. All right. How about you? Your mom, how about you? Your mom, War Eagle 2526, B Rad is Rad, Uncle Baby Billy, Dob the Bomb, Bettis, Smitty J times 2, T Phillips 1007, Nola Tiger, spaces in between each of those letters, North GA Tiger, and Rice DP 105. Not to be confused with Rice DP 106. That's a big distinction.
There's a lot of Rice imposters out there.
Yeah, a lot of wannabes, man. A lot of wannabes. Let's say, hey, don't forget about our new sponsor, man. Call Caleb Schofield there at Glenn Smith, GMC, Chevrolet, on exit 62 in Opelika off I-85, 334-531-0996. Tell him we sent you. Tell him you want the How About You special. He'll hook it up. We appreciate Caleb for coming on sponsoring the show. He's going to be sponsoring the recruiting show from here on out. We're locking in with these local folks, man. Good folks, good people. We like it. All right, that's going to do it, folks. Look for us Sunday night. We'll be talking about an Auburn big win, hopefully, over Ball State, maybe some passing. We'll be talking about recruiting. Keep an eye out on all the recruiting updates throughout the weekend. And we'll be back Sunday night with a call-in show for Cole Pinkston, for Alan Head, for Zach in the back, who stayed in the back. I'm Jeffrey Lee, man. Y'all stay that left lane. See ya.